Today, I will analyze the trailer for the movie Longlegs for everyone. This film recently underwent a limited internal screening in North America and received unanimous praise from the audience, with Momentum reaching the top spot as the best thriller of the year. By integrating information from MDB and other platforms, and analyzing the content of the trailer in detail, we can get a glimpse of the style of this work. Longlegs is an R-rated horror thriller film directed and written by Oz Perkins, starring Nicolas Cage and McCaughey Monro. The film is scheduled to be officially released in North America on July 12. The story revolves around a talented FBI agent named Lee Harker, who is tasked with investigating a series of unresolved serial murders. In the trailer, although Nicolas Cage did not appear directly, the terrifying atmosphere created by his character has made the audience shudder, indicating that he will appear in a terrifying image in this movie. From the feedback of the trailer, it can be analyzed that Longlegs is not a purely thriller movie, but rather deeply incorporates rich elements of semiotics, religion, and psychology. The trailer is filled with scenes that pay tribute to classic thriller works, such as The Silent Lamb and The Seven Deadly Sins. These retro-style homages not only make people look forward to it, but also add a unique classic charm to the film. In addition, fans have high hopes for Nicolas Cage's performance and eagerly hope that he can once again demonstrate extraordinary acting skills in this film, shaping an unforgettable and profound character.
You could have made nice with me, but you didn't. And that has led to all of this. I'll be waiting.
This film seems to have two different time dimensions. Firstly, the storyline revolves around the protagonist's work at the FBI, set in the 1990s. This speculation stems from a detail in the trailer where the female protagonist reports her work to her boss, and a portrait of the 42nd President of the United States, Clinton, hangs on the wall. And President Clinton's term began in 1992. Subsequently, the film takes us into another time trajectory, set around the 1970s. This judgment is based on the Ford wagon that appears in the film and is highly characteristic of the times. This model was popular from the 1960s to the 1980s, especially in the 1970s when it was very popular. The beginning of the film is a heart-stopping scene, with two bodies covered in sheets lying quietly on the bed, creating an oppressive atmosphere. The expressions of colleagues and the occasional coughing sound suggest that the bodies at the scene have begun to decay, and another imprisoned cat has also created a strange atmosphere. A little girl's voiceover curiously asks the protagonist about her work experience at the FBI, which leads to speculation as to whether this means the little girl is the only surviving family member. What's even more eerie is that the killer actually left behind a letter written in mysterious symbols, as if provoking the police or hiding some kind of hidden secret. The design of this murder mystery is similar to the movie 12 Palaces, followed by a sudden change in the screen ratio to 4:3. This retro scale seems to instantly take the audience back to the 1970s, and the characters that appear at this time are likely to be serial killers played by Nicolas Cage, which means he and the female lead are not on the same timeline. It is worth noting that Cage's camera design with his back to the audience inevitably reminds people of the serial killer Buffalo Bill in the movie Silent Lamb. Furthermore, by zooming in on the details, we can observe that Cage seems to be reshaping a child's appearance with a dummy. Immediately afterwards, the female protagonist seemed to be planning to crack the letter. We noticed that there is also a birthday card sandwiched between this letter. Zoom in on the greeting card and we can find 3 sentences on it. Stood upon the side of the sea. We know that this phrase comes from Revelation 13 in the New Testament of the Bible. Specifically, this is a scene described by John in a vision where he saw a beast with 7 heads and 10 horns coming up from the sea by the seaside. This passage is often seen as a prophecy or symbolic description and is part of Christian eschatology. Immediately after, the English word Longlegs and the family video of the murder scene quickly flashed alternately. We can find that the frame proportions of some of the screenshots are not consistent. This indicates that the murder and the family members in the video did not occur on the same timeline, possibly spanning 20 or 30 years, but both have intricate connections to Longlegs. The scene that appears here should be Nicolas Cage playing Longlegs. In the trailer, although the actual appearance of Nicolas Cage is relatively limited and there is almost no front face, the director cleverly utilizes Cage's voice and carefully designed sound effects to build an unsettling world. Even though his figure is not many in the picture, he can still firmly grasp the audience's heart. This non-traditional promotional strategy, which increases suspense by limiting the exposure of the protagonist, also confuses some netizens. They believe that this technique may lead to two extreme outcomes: either the film will become an unprecedented masterpiece, or it will become a poorly acclaimed film with almost no chance of compromise.
Oh, there she is.
Here we find the female lead with her back facing the camera, gazing at a wall covered in complex symbols. In another trailer, the director seems to be hinting to the audience that each symbol actually corresponds to a letter in the English alphabet. I have organized the letters corresponding to the mysterious symbols in the trailer here, trying to decipher the meaning of the mysterious symbols appearing in the movie poster. Unfortunately, I was unable to piece together meaningful English vocabulary. If you would like to see the complete movie storyline for free, please subscribe and like, and I will synchronize the updates of the cinema on the channel. To avoid missing out on more exciting movies, please click subscribe.